Although the Marine Corps was created on November 10, 1775, it would not be until a year into World War I that women would be allowed to serve in the Corps. As male casualties mounted in Europe, Navy and Marine Corps leaders instructed recruiters to enlist only women of excellent character and neat appearance with competent office and business experience. By enlisting women to serve in mostly clerical jobs, the men would be available to fill the crucial combat positions overseas. Proving to be as patriotic as their male counterparts, more than 2,000 women answered their nation's call for help with the war effort. They flooded recruiting offices across the country. Opha May Johnson would become the first woman Marine when she was sworn in on August 13, 1918. Although these new women Marines were officially designated as Marine Corps Reservists Female, they were more popularly known at the time as Marinettes. In all, only 305 women would be accepted, proving even then that the Marine Corps was highly selective of those chosen to join its ranks. When the war ended, the Commandant issued separation orders for all women, and by 1922, all Marinettes were discharged from the Corps. For the next 2 decades, the world was at peace, and from a military standpoint, serving the Corps remained strictly a man's job. By February 1943, the Marine Corps looked again to woman power to come to the aid of the country. With World War II in full swing and a need for manpower in the Pacific, the Marine Corps Women's Reserve was created. Women seeking enlistment would be called Women Reserves, or WRs. Answering the call of the new recruiting slogan, "Free a Marine to Fight," the response was overwhelming. Recruiting offices were once again swamped with women from all walks of life: widows of Marines, high school girls, grandmothers, and office workers, all who wanted to be Marines. What started out as 30 original job specialties, mostly clerical positions, ended with more than 200. These new women Marines were soon working in aerial photography, film projection, motor transport, parachute rigging, and many other specialties. At the war's peak, more than 19,000 women, nearly an entire division, were serving. As the war drew to a close, women's units were rapidly demobilized, and by December 1945, more than 2/3 of the Women's Reserve had been separated from service or transferred to inactive status. The post-war years brought many changes for women in the Marine Corps. With the signing of the Women's Armed Services Integration Act in 1948, women were granted acceptance as part of the peacetime corps. This change brought with it a new name. They would now be called simply Women Marines, or more commonly, WMs. And in 1949, Parris Island was chosen as the site for the training of all enlisted women Marines. In March of that year, the first platoon of women graduated, and soon many more would follow. Over the next 4 decades, the training of women recruits remained basically unchanged. Still serving in primarily clerical jobs, there was no need for combat skills training. It was enough that drill, physical training, proper uniform care, and customs, courtesies, and traditions were being taught. And since these women Marines would be serving in offices, it was important that they learn how to properly carry themselves and how to apply makeup. Much has changed in recent years. Rouge has been replaced with camouflage, and proper posture means being able to remain upright while carrying a full combat load. But some things have remained the same. Regardless of gender, it has always been tough to become a Marine. Just ask those who are, have been, and will be Marines. They wouldn't want it any other way.